So we got the new update, the spring update, and the one thing that I'm most interested in is right here. Adaptive headlights. And I'm assuming I'll have to go in here and turn them on somewhere. So let's see if we can find that. I have adaptive headlights already on. So I don't know if we're going to find any cars. It's currently 3:30 in the morning, but let's go see if we can find some cars and see how good the adaptive headlights work in the Model Y. I have a lot of things to do. I need to go charge my truck. I don't charge it at home anymore because I have free supercharging, and I'm like, why not? It's like 40% right now, and I need to go take it to the charger. But like I say, it's 3 a.m. and I've just spent way too much time on the computer doing computer stuff. But I want to go drive this car first, and I've got to clean this windshield. This thing is nasty. So I've made sure that my automatic high beams are enabled. Let's get on the road and see what it does. Also, just wanted to point out on this bumpy driveway, that was probably not the best time to film this. I am daily charging to 60%. I think that it's more than enough for what I need, and it's better long-term for the battery to charge to that. So, yep, this is a bumpy driveway. There we go. Okay, so we're immediately on high beam. Obviously, there's no vehicles, but I'm going to try to hit Interstate because that's the only place I can think of that there will be vehicles at this hour. One thing I will say that I've noticed so far, these used to constantly go up and down, up and down, up and down like that. But it's not doing it as much, and I think it is. Yeah, it's dimming only certain areas. So it's already doing it. And we're not even on the interstate yet. There are some lights that interfere with the car, street lights, whatever, that we're going to see it dim for. But I think really what I want to see is how does it react around an actual car. So when you come to a stop, it does go completely down from bright. And then they just went back up to completely bright. So we are now following a car. They're kind of off in the distance. It is not dimming yet. Car's fixing to peek around the curve up there, so I'm not going to see it anymore. Right up here's the interstate though. We'll test it there. So if there's any cars up here, we'll see them as soon as we peek over the top here. There's one, and I really can't tell. I didn't see it dim, but it is dim in that area, so and you can see it kind of flicking both signs here off and on like my Lightning used to do. There is a car in front of us, and we'll see if it actually recognizes that. It is staying dim in the middle where that car is. It's not really lighting, it just did. It just lit up on the left side. I was going to say it's not really lighting up the left side just yet. But it is staying dim dead center where that car is in front of us. Here comes a car. It did dim, now dimming the sides. Car in front's gone, out of view. You can see it kind of light back up. It's not as aggressive lighting back up as the Lightning was, but it still does exactly what it's supposed to do here. Comes a car. Just seen it, so it took a little while to react there. It's definitely dimming out areas where the car is. There's our follow car again. We'll see if it picks it up. Can't really tell. It does look dark dead middle again, but okay, it just got bright dead middle. Now it's kicked down. I think the camera will probably show pretty good what we're trying to see here. I was really hoping the Cybertruck would get this, but I think they're being told now that the Cybertruck will not be compatible. It's up and down in the middle there at that car in front of us, so that's not ideal. I might try to get a little closer to it and see if that makes any difference. So that guy just flashed me, as you may have seen. So it may not be matrixing the way you would expect. This shows a pretty good example of how it's keeping it off the truck in front of me. You watch the sign and you can see my light. Just there's a wall between the truck and the sign, and then it comes up on the sign. It just opened up another light there, but that's pretty cool. So let's go over first impressions of the Matrix headlights and what I think about them. Comparing it to the Lightning, because that's the only other vehicle I've ever had that had Matrix headlights. I think that it's less aggressive on the up, but it's also less aggressive on the down. So that's good and bad. When a car passes by, it doesn't immediately jump back to bright in that section where, like here in the Lightning, you would have seen the lights go bright in between those two cars and then dim back down for the next car. As you can see here, there's no cars and it's just going back to bright. It took a minute for it to, that tolerance of it waiting is just a little too long, maybe. But it's not bad. It works perfectly fine. On the other side of that, I think that it's not as aggressive on going down. With the Lightning, some things, some different changes in light would cause it to think that it's doing something wrong or something. Or at least that's the impression I got out of it. And it would just dim the whole brights, all of them, until it could figure out exactly where it needs to dim, and then it would bring its brights back, to where it needs to be. I haven't yet seen this one go completely dim. It always keeps a bright somewhere, and it's focusing on, can I keep it bright here? Can I keep it bright here? So I think it's better in the aspect that it tries to stay bright versus just giving up and going, okay, we need to reevaluate. That could be a good and bad thing because I did get bright lighted, but reviewing this video, I didn't see any bright lights at him or in his peripheral vision at all. There would be no reason for him to bright light. Maybe it was just an accident. Maybe there was another reason. Maybe it had nothing to do with my brights, but I didn't end up getting bright lighted again for the entire drive, and I went about 26 miles just to, down the interstate and back, just to kind of give it a test. This is the only time I've used it. Making this video, I didn't use it before. I have not used it after. I mainly drive the Cybertruck, which unfortunately does not get this update. So I will definitely try to drive some more, though, and put this to the test, but I'm definitely going to use the Matrix headlights. I think I just got so used to how it worked in the Lightning, where it's constantly, going back bright just as soon as a car goes away. I got so used to that I kind of wish this were faster. But at the same time, it has its pluses and its minuses compared to the Lightning. And I think it's a very solid system. Got no complaints. So we'll make some update videos. I'm sure they're going to be making some updates to the software and make it better over time, but this is something that has been a long time coming. It's finally available, and yeah, I'm excited to have it. My red car has updated, so both my Teslas have it now, and there's no expectation of the Cybertruck to get it, so I guess we got what we've got at this point.